You want to give your little one the very best start in life. And, well, you want your baby to be normal. You don't want to be part of the autism statistics. So when health gurus tell you to avoid fish because the fish are full of mercury and mercury is causing autism, you avoid fish. It's the right thing to do. But is it? Health gurus encourage fish consumption as a health move for everyone who is not pregnant. In fact, the advice out there suggests toddlers should do it so that they can learn to like fish, and teens and scholars should do it because, well, it makes them smarter. Those with heart disease should do it because it improves their lipid profiles, and the forgetful should do it because, well, the brain is made up of omega-3 fatty acids, and the stiff and sore should do it to lubricate those joints and prevent osteoarthritis. The reason for the pro-fish message is because fish are full of nutrients. Top of the list is omega-3 fish oils, but the list includes selenium, iodine, vitamin E, and protein. So, does it make sense for the mom-to-be not to do it? After all, as a mom-to-be, you're building a brand new human being, and the last thing you want is to be short of a specific raw material. Join us for this episode of Better Body Chemistry TV as we take a look at the somewhat fishy advice that pregnant women should avoid fish. Better Body Chemistry TV is brought to you by Dr. Sandy, a scientist turned gremlin buster, helping you battle sugar gremlins, heifer lumps, and other health horribles through better body chemistry. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health. Fish do contain mercury, and exposure to excess mercury is not a recipe for better brain chemistry. Hence the term mad as a hatter. But sniffing mercury fumes for years whilst making fancy hats is not quite the same as having fish for dinner. First off, the levels of mercury in the fish are significantly lower. So, does the mercury in fish create madness? Well, researchers from the University of Rochester sought answers to this fishy dilemma. To explore the topic, the research team headed to the Republic of the Seychelles, where fish dinners happen pretty much every day. In fact, the average mom-to-be eats 12 fish dinners a week. So island moms and their developing babes are getting exposed to quite a lot of mercury through their fish dinners. Well, how much? Well, in the late 1980s, the research team enrolled 1,784 moms-to-be into their study. Each mom provided the team with a hair sample around the time of her delivery. The hair sample was used to determine how much mercury was floating about in mom during her pregnancy. Obviously, the more mercury in the hair sample, the more mercury the developing fetus would have been exposed to. The mean prenatal methyl mercury exposure of these moms was 8.4 parts per million. Now, these are levels significantly higher, mercury levels seen in the average mom living in the West. 10 years later, when the babes were all grown up, the team tracked the kids down to see what had happened. Now, each child's temperament was assessed using two rating scales. The social communication questionnaire, which was completed by the child's caregivers, and the social responsiveness scale, which was completed by the child's teachers. Now, the scores in these tests are not enough to confirm a diagnosis of autism, but they do provide clues that things are amiss because they're measuring a child's language skills as well as their social communication skills. And they also pick up on the presence of any repetitive behavior. The team took the test scores and plotted them against the mercury levels the kids had experienced during their development in the womb. The results? Absolutely no correlation between autism spectrum-like behaviors and prenatal exposure to mercury. Nothing. Nada. Fishy dinners containing mercury did not create fishy behaviors. Now, just to be sure, the same group of kids, now all grown up, aged 22 years, were recently tested again using a battery of neurodevelopmental tests. Once more, there was absolutely no association with prenatal mercury exposure and performance. So, the advice to cut fish from the menu during pregnancy, well, it is a bit fishy. The mercury risk, while present on paper, does not exist in big fish eaters. So it's highly unlikely it exists in small fish eaters. That's someone who's eating fish 2 or 3 times a week. So if you're a pregnant mom looking to give your little one the best start possible, don't be afraid to add fish to the menu. The nutritional benefits of that fish dinner outweigh the risks of the mercury. Plus, it's important to realize there are other fish to fry when it comes to mercury exposure. Fish probably only contributes 7% to blood mercury levels. So, if you're a mom to be, fish dinners should be on the menu. Those fillets of fish will help you create better body chemistry and enhance your baby's development. Interested in discovering more ways to create better body chemistry or need a little help getting your body chemistry on track? Visit our website at www.betterbodychemistry.com. Browse our library or enroll in one of our courses or programs. The advice is simple to follow and based on real science, not hype. Know someone who is expecting, share this video with them so they know not to worry about the mercury in fish. And if this is your first time here, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you catch future episodes of Better Body Chemistry TV. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health.